Okay, so the snake story real quick before I read the scripture. Let's see, I was living with my roommate, Jacob. This was about maybe 2 years ago. And my roommate called me, and he's terrified of roaches and spiders and stuff. Like, I'll kill them with my hand. Like, I'm not scared of bugs at all. But he called me. He was at home. I was at church. I was like working, doing something. And he called me. He's in a panic. And my roommate Jacob's the most laid-back dude ever. But he called me. He's like, "Hey, you gotta come over right now, man. You gotta help me." I was like, "Is it okay? I'll be right there." So I went over there. And when I got there, somebody's standing on the roof of the house. And it was him. And he's doing this. He's going, "Oh my God." So I get out of the car and I'm like, "What's wrong with you? Are you okay?" And he's like, "There's a snake right there. Do you see it? Do you see it?" And there was a long black snake about this long, about 2 feet. And that was in the grass. And it was just chilling there, like looking up at Jacob, like. So I carry a baseball bat in my car, which. No, well, I don't play baseball. So that's illegal, by the way. So I took it out, and apparently snakes can like feel the vibration of your feet when you're approaching it. So I did it really slowly, like this, but it still saw me. So it kind of took off into the next door neighbor's yard. And I remember my roommate going, "Is it in the next door neighbor's yard?" I was like, yeah, it went away. He's like, "Okay, good." So he climbed off the roof. And I went to the next door neighbor and I knocked on the door. It was this really nice Latino lady. And, you know, I guess she was kind of scared because I'm like, you know, a Korean guy holding a baseball bat. I was like, "Hi, there's a snake in your backyard." And she goes, "My husband no home." And I was like, "El snakeo backyardo?" She goes, "My husband no home." And she goes, so a month passes, and then I'm doing laundry one day after a month, and I do my laundry every New Year's. It's my resolution. I do my laundry, and I reached my hand in to put the dirty laundry inside the washer. And I didn't know, but our house is we lived in a ghetto. We lived right next to a bar. So this house had all kinds of holes in it. That's probably why there were so many bugs and stuff. But I reached down, and something went like this across my hand. And so I went, and then I made this manly noise. I went, and I kicked the basket. And so the basket slid into this closet behind the laundry machine, the closet that you saw in that picture. And the black snake just comes out like this, out of the laundry basket. And it's like, "I remember you." You know, I don't speak Slytherin or, you know, anything parcel tongue. So it was in the closet. It had come out. It was a really aggressive snake. Like, I was in front of it, and it was like snapping at my ankles. I should have worn shoes or long pants or something, but I was like, "Oh man, what do I do now?" So I had no idea what to do, and I didn't want to touch it or anything. So first I grabbed a can of Raid, like insect spray. So I grabbed it, and it was like probably half full. I could feel the can. So I pointed at its face, and I unloaded the entire can of Raid on its face. So it was just like, I was just like, yeah. And then it didn't do anything. I think I just made it high, because it was kind of like, so then I was like, "Oh man, what do I do?" So then I went to my room, and I didn't want to use the baseball bat, because I thought it was gonna be gross, you know. So I had a fan in my room. I took a screwdriver, took off one of my fan blades, and I grabbed it. And so for about 40 minutes, I was slapping this snake in the face. You know? And like, this snake was awesome. Like, sometimes it would like dodge and stuff, and it was kind of drunk, so it'd be like, you know, drunken monkey style. And then it was a loud, wet nose. It'd be like, and it wasn't working still. Now it was drunk and angry. So I was like, "Oh man." So okay, so now 40 minutes have passed. I grab my baseball bat, and I look at it, and I've never killed like a big living thing like that before. So I was like pumping myself up, like, "You can do this. It's all right. He's in your house. Come on." You know. And then the snake was looking at me like, "No, you're not." So then finally, this is what I did. I closed my eyes, and I went like this, as fast as I could. and I could feel the flesh and the bones breaking under the baseball bat. I got sick in my stomach, and I hit it so hard. I opened my eyes, and if you look closely at the picture, I can show you later, 3 parts of it had exploded from the baseball bat. Like its bones were sticking out. The snake was still alive. So its head was still moving. It's like, oh, you did do it, bro. So I had no choice to put out of its misery. I slammed it on its head one last time, and it finally died. And I felt sick. Like after I hit it over the head, like I dropped the bat, and I was like, oh God. So I called up Jacob, my roommate, and I go, I did it, man. And he's like, what? Who is this? So I was like, I killed him. He's like, killed who? Are you okay? He's dead. My roommate's like, should I be over there? You want me to bring a shovel? So I was feeling sick, and so I went back. I looked at the snake for a long time. I had no idea. I didn't want to pick it up. I thought it would do that bad guy movie thing where like I would touch it and it would be like, you know, like still alive, mother. You know, like I was so scared. So I took off another fan blade and I put it between 2 fan blades like this, and I picked it up. And I consider myself kind of manly, but I ran out of the house like, and then I threw it into the front yard, and it did this flip and landed. And probably not even 5 minutes, all these flies converged, and there was like a vulture flying overhead and stuff. There's vultures in Florida, and they just started eating it up. And I was like, oh, that's bubble. But yeah, that night I slept really well. Snake's dead. Okay, that's a snake story. And I bring that up in sermons because it's like, don't play around with your sin, put it to death. Yeah, Colossians 3.